There I was, with Joe Bartolozzi, pondering the most profound questions of our time. What do you like wearing, Joe?
I used to sweat a lot.
A raccoon holding a cucumber?
They would be in the upright position, holding the cucumber as if it was a sword. Gaming gives you a hard exterior that you can tear down and reach its creamy, succulent center.
Go deep with me, Dr. Umstick, as I bite into Joe's gamer passion like it's a delicious drumstick. Joe reminds us that we're all just one cone away from losing our cool and melting down. This video is brought to you by Drumstick, featuring Joe Bartolozzi. Ah, at last, Joe, the man, the Joe. Please introduce yourself, will you?
Joe Bartolozzi. Many people say Bartolozzi.
Sounds like Joey Box of Drumstick. Would you ever consider changing your name to Joey Box of Drumstick?
I don't know if I would opt to change my name to Joey Drumstick.
How are you today, Joe Bartolozzi?
I would say I'm well rested, got a good night's sleep. 9 hours is what I normally do.
Beauty sleep is important. So is love, Joe. Like how I love a delicious vanilla drumstick more than anything in the world. Just thinking about it, Oh, where were we? Yes! What do you love most in the world?
Off the top of the head, I might go with dogs.
Oh, I hope there aren't any cats watching.
I have a golden retriever. I love dogs. I think they're the best companion.
Well,
I think it's fun to play with them, watch movies. I think every dog could be a good dog.
Let's talk fashion. You normally wear a simple and quite elegant black tank top. Do you have something against shirt sleeves?
No. I like wearing,
What do you like wearing, Joe?
I used to sweat a lot.
On purpose?
Just casually.
Okay.
I used to just, I used to be a overheated guy.
About that, Joe, I've seen some things about you. Things that...
Why would I ever do that, dude? Oh my God.
We'll come back to that. Have you ever considered taking your socks off and then trying a cashmere blend turtleneck with sandals? You think you can pull something like this off?
No. Well, I think you look good in the turtleneck, Dr. Umstick.
Are you sure? This could be you.
I have not worn a turtleneck since I was in 3rd grade for a class photo, and I did not wear it willingly.
I've noticed that you often wear a beanie that says, "Think for yourself."
I do.
What do you think when you think for yourself?
Being independent in the sense of your own thoughts. You can use the other people's beliefs, mindsets, and opinions to counter into your own, but you want to shape your own mind. You want to shape who you are in yourself. You don't want other people to, give you your own opinion. So that's why I kind of stand by the motto, think for yourself.
If you could share a drumstick with anyone, Joe, who would it be?
Anyone dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Socrates.
The ancient Greek philosopher?
The ancient Greek philosopher, yes. I know that might be a weird take. I could have a good philosophical conversation with him while we share a drumstick together. I think it would be monumental, like the greatest thing he's ever seen.
Greater than the Parthenon. To find yourself, think for yourself. To find myself, I found Drumstick. How do you think history would have changed if Socrates had tasted a drumstick?
I think they would adapt to possibly trying to figure out how to make one. I don't know if they would be able to do it, but after having one, I think they would really want to know how they could get their hands on more, seeing that they wouldn't be able to have one for another 2,000 plus years.
They'd have to savor every moment, wouldn't they?
I don't know if they would be able to savor the drumstick for 2,000 years, but you think you could keep it for that long?
I could, Joe.
You do? Where?
In my heart, Joe. I have a tattoo of my favorite drumstick cone on my chest, so I can always have it with me, always savor its presence. If you got a tattoo today, what would you get?
Maybe a raccoon holding a cucumber on my lower back. They would be in the upright position, holding the cucumber as if it was a sword, and kind of like they're jousting someone. I think it'd be a good conversation starter. You know, somebody sees that on your back, they're like, why do you have a raccoon holding a cucumber just there? What's that all about?
Okay, you got me. What is that all about?
I have always thought that I wanted a random tattoo. I have a few tattoos in my life thus far, but I've always wanted one that made no sense.
Ah, I see. It makes sense that your tattoo doesn't make any sense. You're a creator, a streamer, a gamer, an aspiring time traveler, a philosopher, a sartorialist, a modern Renaissance man who's made it big in gaming. Help me understand gaming more. Is gaming nutty?
I would say a nutty blast of flavor that prompts creamy yet cold emotions.
Cold, creamy, and nutty. Sounds familiar.
Gaming gives you a hard exterior that you can tear down and reach its creamy, succulent center.
Incredible. You get it, Joe. And by getting it, you get me, Joe. You know I'm a doctor. No pressure. But do you think you could perform open heart surgery?
I think I would be able to perform open heart surgery if ever needed, but...
You heard it here first, everyone. That's another episode. I like you, Joe.
Okay.
Do you remember why I wanted to talk today?
Yeah.
So I was on a plane recently, scrolling through social media, and I got sucked into all the unhinged videos Drumstick has on their account. Then I got a message about a hilarious fail video, and before I knew it, I was watching videos where people melt down while gaming. And then, Joe, a clip of you popped up. I had questions. I figured you'd have answers. Here, let me play it.
Oh my god, why would I ever do that? Dude, oh my god, I literally thinking to myself, dude, oh my god, I'm literally gonna pass out. I stood up too fast. Why would I ever jump for that, my guy? Oh my god.
So... That was intense. Like dropping your drumstick on the ground intense.
It was.
I get it. We're both passionate guys. But what happened?
The premise of the game is that you are supposed to destroy other people's beds. You all start on your own little island, and you destroy their bed. It makes it so they can't respawn, and then you play until there's one person standing. Now, I was building to somebody else's island, as you could see in that clip, and when I presumed that I could make that jump from my little bridge to their island, and I seemingly miscalculated that jump by one individual block, one individual pixel, leading to me falling to my death and then losing the match. I got really upset for that reason, as you could see.
Let's watch it again while we discuss.
Okay. Oh my god, why would I ever do that? Dude, oh my god, I literally thinking to myself, dude, oh my god, I'm literally gonna pass out. I stood up too fast. Why would I ever jump for that, my guy? Oh my god.
Joe, does your wall ever talk back when you yell at it?
No, and I think that might be why I speak to the wall. That's not the only rage moment where I've turned to my wall and spoken to it. I feel like it's something that I can speak to, let my rage out, and then feel a little bit better when I come back.
Where did you go when you walked off camera?
I usually just walk off frame and stand there.
Did you find anything there?
I think I find myself questioning why I'm getting so mad. And I think sometimes I'll walk back on frame a calmer man.
With great passion comes great responsibility. Now, another question. Do you have an inside voice?
I would say I have one. How often it gets used, I don't really know, but I am just a generally, even if I'm not raging, I'm generally a loud person.
When you said, "I'm literally gonna pass out," you didn't pass out. When you felt like you were going to pass out, was that when you fully lost your cool, Joe?
Whether or not I realized it at the time, I don't know, but I will say that in that moment, I couldn't keep cool anymore.
Speaking of keeping cool, I like to snack on a cold one in the sauna with my pals, Joe. Would you ever sauna with us?
I would be down to try that.
Your fans love your meltdown moments. What do you love most about your fans?
The ability to joke around without it being toxic. Sometimes, they heckle me a little too much, but for the most part, I do appreciate my community's capability to adapt to a given situation.
What do you do to cool down after such a hot moment?
Working out's a big thing. I think that's a big stress reliever. I think hanging out with friends, watching movies, being chill, having a good time. Meditation I've done from time to time.
Are you a loud meditator?
No. I would say maybe having some white noise playing in the back, focusing on breathing, sitting crisscross applesauce, eyes closed, just focusing. Just let your mind wander, bring it back. You'll feel like a new person.
Let's go back in time. Let's pretend we're in New Jersey. We come across this little boy in a classy turtleneck. Let's call him Little Joey Box of Drumstick. What do you say to him?
To younger me, deal with things as they come. Don't stress of the future too much. I think you really just got to focus on, having that this happens mindset, dealing with it as it comes, Life's full of ups and downs. You deal with the downs, and you live for the ups. Even though there are many clips of me raging and having meltdowns, throwing my headset, getting angry, I think the overall experience of gaming is enjoyable. I think it'd be a time where you can interact with your chat and other friends, even if I'm not streaming, bring people together, and it's just fun.
That's beautiful to hear, Joe. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, you could ask me a personal question.
How do we know we're beautiful, Joe?
I think the inner beauty comes within your own self-acceptance of the individual that you are. At the end of the day, everyone is beautiful. You are beautiful. You have to accept the fact that you're beautiful. It's who you truly believe you are, Dr. Umstick. That's how you know you're beautiful.
You and I have more in common than I thought. Style and sensibility and passion that overwhelms us, beauty and wit, and buzz.
I go to the gym pretty frequently, but I would say I do that more so as just a kind of casual maintenance health thing now.
I've learned so much today, Joe. As passionate people, we might find ourselves a moment away from a meltdown. But together, I think we've learned there's a delicious way to cool a hot head. At least I know this. You've got big feelings and big ideas, Joe. You know what's better than something big?
Something small?
Correct. Let's get you some mini drums. Did you receive them yet?
Yeah. I'll be right back. I have acquired the mini drums.
Be still, my beating heart. Let's dig in. The perfect snack to enjoy while your game loads. Bite-sized bliss.
Wow. Wow.
I'd like to share one with you.
You would? I'd like to share one with you as well.
Well then.
Cheers, perhaps?
Tell me what you feel, Joe.
Good vanilla center. Oh.
Nice and crispy cone, yeah? Chocolatey. Creamy.
It looks chocolatey, and it tastes chocolatey.
Delicious and full of goodness. Tell me, Joe, does that mini drum help?
Yeah, I feel cooled down. I feel a bit creamier as well.
Ugh, I knew there's so much more to your meltdown than rage. You're just passionate. I'm passionate. Ooh, I knew we could relate to each other.
Well, it was a fun time. Glad that you had this conversation with me, Dr. Umstick. I feel better. I think you really helped me feel better about the moment, and also being able to share a drumstick with you is pretty nice.
Now you know to keep a drumstick handy.
Yeah.
It's what the doctor recommends.
Okay.
One more mini drum couldn't hurt. Another day, another drumstick.